Hola, soy Koen, and today we'll review the entry of Spain at Eurovision 2023, Blanca Paloma with the song Eaea. Spain chose their Eurovision entry this year with the national final Benidorm Fest again, which is the second time they're using this format. Last year they used that format for the first time and ended on the third place of the grand final of Eurovision when Chanel represented them with the song Slow Mo. So it's not surprised that they went for that route again. Blanca Paloma was the only returning artist from last year who tried to represent Spain again this year, and she succeeded. Last year she tried to represent Spain with the song Secreto de Agua, but ended on the 5th place out of 8 entries. This year she returns to Benidorm Fest with the song Eaea and won. The song Eaea is basically a mix of modern sounds and a flamenco sound, and it's basically a lullaby song to a child, but it shouldn't be taken too literal, at least that's what Blanca Paloma has said in interviews. It's basically an ode to her grandmother Carmen, and it's basically a message from her grandmother's culture and the roots of Blanca Paloma basically. I personally love that we're getting a flamenco sound from Spain at Eurovision this year, because we don't really hear that often from Spain, especially not in recent years. Surprisingly, because Spain is the country of flamenco. Another reason why this national final format for Spain is so great in my opinion. Eaea was definitely one of my favorites of the national final. Other favorites of mine of this national final were Quiero Arder, Noche Entera, Tracción, and Mi Familia. I watched the grand final with a friend of mine, Mayra, who is half Spanish, her mom is Spanish, and she also followed the national final last year, and she told me that her mom, who is Spanish, told her last year that she thought that Blanca Paloma's song with which she participated last year, Secreto de Agua, was a bit too Spanish for Eurovision, and when we both watched the grand final she said that her mom would probably say the same about Blanca Paloma's song this year. Anyway, we were both happy that she won. I gotta say that I don't really listen to the studio version of Eaea that often. I do sometimes, but I skip it every now and then, because I really feel like this song should be listened to or watched as a live performance, because the live performance of Eaea is amazing in my opinion. It's visually beautiful, and also Blanca Paloma's live vocals are amazing. Like the whole staging concept and the amazing live vocals of Blanca Paloma are just amazing, and I think we're definitely getting an amazing streak of Spanish Eurovision entries as long as they keep on using this format of Benidorm Fest as their national final. So hopefully they'll continue with this formula, which I think they probably will. Also, I love the fact that in basically every red carpet interview with Blanca Paloma, she just introduces herself by singing the Eaea chorus with that hands gesture. I just love it. It's iconic if you ask me. I also think Spain will do well again this year. They're already qualified to the grand final because Spain is part of the Big Five, so they're already in the grand final every year. But I don't think they would have had to worry about qualifying if they weren't part of the Big Five with an entry like this, because this song is so different from all the other entries this year that it really stands out. Plus, looking at the way this performance is staged and Blanca Paloma's vocals, that would have made sure that Spain would qualify this year if they were one of the semi-final participants, which they are not. So it's kind of irrelevant of me saying this, but if they would have been a semi-final participant, they wouldn't have had to worry, I think, which is a good thing, because in previous years a lot of people were upset that countries like Spain were already in the grand final since their entries weren't really delivering that much quality, and right now they are. So I think it's a good thing that Spain has taken Eurovision way more serious. Even now that the semi-finals are only decided by televoters, Spain still would have qualified, I think. In the grand final, I also think Spain can do really well, as well in the televotes as in the jury voting. I think Spain has a chance of being the jury vote winner this year, because Blanca Paloma's live vocals are just amazing, and the visuals of this live performance are also breathtaking. So I think the juries will really love this, and I also think the televoters will really love this because of the visuals and also because of Blanca Paloma's live vocals. I think Spain can score well in both the televote and the jury vote this year, and also because you can really feel the authenticity in this entry and Blanca Paloma's emotions, so that also really is important in Eurovision, because viewers at home home, and also the jurors of course, can feel when you're being authentic. So I think Spain has a big chance of being the jury vote winner this year, and I think a top 5 result is pretty likely. So to conclude, I think Spain made a great choice by picking Eaea as their Eurovision entry this year. And I also think it's great that they used Benidorm Fest again as a format to pick their Eurovision entry, and I hope they will continue to do that, which I think they will. I think Spain can score quite well again, as well in the jury vote as in the televotes, and I even think Spain has a chance of being the jury vote winner this year, because Blanca Paloma's vocals are on point, and the visuals of this performance are just amazing and breathtaking. And I think these two things have to make it possible for Spain to score top 5 placements this year. I think that's possible. And that's about all for now. What do you think of Eaea? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you liked this video, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully until next time. Adios.